Hello, it is very early. It is 6:30 in the morning. Um, yeah, I probably didn't have the time to explain myself, but later on I have stuff to do. I have to work a bit with my parents, so yeah, it will be now. Babylonia, I guess. I hope. Can you hear me? Because I don't hear the music. Wait, I'm always put off the music. Game options. Yeah. When I like farm. Ah yeah, now I hear it. Okay. Let's see if I'm also live before we actually start. YouTube. Yeah. It's probably only this stream today. Nothing else. So if you don't want to see FGO, I'm sorry, yeah. Aha, we're live. Okay, and it works it seems. I can hear myself, so let's go. Also because it's early, I cannot say anything too loudly because my neighbors are still sleeping. Greater grill will be filled. The souls of 7 servants and the magical reactor core used to reach the root will activate. Then the third magic shall finally take form. The third magic is a materialization of souls. Humanity shall escape the shackles of physical body, be released from all suffering caused by its limitations and advance to a new stage. You are a sacrifice for that purpose. I am sure you understand, caster. Did Marisbury? Marisbury wanted this? Not in agreement, humanity's salvation and growth, not tasks given to me. If the humans of that era wanted to grow, I had no reason to stop them, just as it was during my life. I simply did what was required of me. In the UK Holy Grail War, there would be no servant survivors. All servants were to be eliminated, even I, the victor, was fated to commit suicide, compelled by my master's command spell. No, that was a joke, I'm kidding, caster. I'm sorry, I got overexcited. Ah, okay. I have no intention of offering my meritorious partner the Greater Grail. I won't use my command spells either. They wouldn't work on you anyway. Do you understand? I will not activate the Greater Grail. Dirt magic means nothing to me. Okay. The head of Animosphere family and chairman of the Astromancy division, I must reach the root in my own unique way. Of course, preposterous to ask me to rely on other mages' theories. The miracle proposed by the Einsburn family. The materialization of souls and the growth of humanity, I have no intention of being part of such fantasies. I was unexpected. Okay. What surprised me most though was how much these thoughts deviated from what I myself had seen. I assume then what do you desire? I'm only after the grace of abilities to grant wishes, and my wish is clear. With the completion of Chaldea's truth, the one at Chaldea is still just a prototype. It was built to satisfy the sponsors. Sure, it functions as an Earth model, but it's far from being complete. And just like is a greater label. Caster, the theory is complete, but all important fuel power rate is lacking. The greater grail requires the souls of heroic spirits, but my Caldias needs something more realistic. To power Caldias, I would need to take over power plants that could generate enough electricity for an entire country for no less than 6 months even. Oh. Essentially, I need a budget that could fund an entire nation. But the only assets I have are my precious offshore oil rig, Seraphics, and a French nuclear reactor I managed to buy the other day. It's not nearly enough. Simply put, I need more funds. That's fine, laugh at my absurdity and shallowness if you so wish. Despite the divine greatness that is the greater grail, I seek from it neither eternal life nor the root itself. What I want is a giant pile of money! Oh, should be quiet. No traces, nobody would be able to see what was coming. Okay. Thank you, Caster. I knew you would understand. Your corporation will allow us to keep this ending our little secret. You can let the world think that Saber and their master won the Holy Grail War. Only a coward would cover this up. But if I don't, the other lords will be able to get in my way. No matter what it costs, I will complete the true Caldias and activate it. It will be necessary in order to secure humanity's future. Oh, that's what happened actually. They faked. So, Saber was still alive even? I think all of them were still alive then, or almost. Still a few. Weird. That I don't remember even. Caldias and activate it. It will be necessary in order to secure humanity's future. By doing so, Professor Les Sheba will not only be able to see the future, but the light of the past as well. And Spiritron projection, the redshift theory, will no longer just be a theory. Why did the Age of Gods come to an end? Why has the foundation of humanity remained unstable since Advent or the Anno Domini era? Once the redshift works, we'll be able to answer those questions. I knew this man was dangerous in a way he made you simply put, he lacked a sense of morality. But his burning passion and love for humanity were unwavering. I signaled my consent. This greater grail was not to be used to reach the root, but to grant one man's wish. To grant one's desire. Yes, how ironic. The end result is turning out to be just the kind of nonsense the original ritual's creator promised. I laughed in agreement, but only because I could tell that Mercury's smile wasn't entirely genuine. What about you, Caster? Hey, you don't tell me you forgot what the Einsberg said. Will the Grail will grant the victor's wish, both the master and the servant have the right to ask for a wish. I wish for immense wealth, but what about you? What will you wish for? You can't change the past, but you can change how it is viewed today, or would you like to be incarnated and live a second life? I froze. I never expected this question. My wish, my wish, my wish. I've never had the freedom to ask for one. I was about to say I didn't have one, but no, I did. I can really wish for anything, Marisbury. Yes, anything but the life of Marisbury and Hemisphere, the man who summoned you. Come now, caster. No, Solomon, king of mages, my contractor, my one and only friend. Knowing you, your wish will be a righteous one. Say it with pride. I remember my lips rose up into a grin, and then the world went blank. Okay. Doctor! It is me. From Arknights. Doctor! Please wake up. Would be funny. Did you find the road to the Singularity where someone's lurking? You barely have a day left. You're making good progress. In 4 hours, okay. Okay. As long as it's within 72 hours of the fusion, escape the Singularity by Persian, the Eastern Research Wing. And transfer back to Chaldea Observatory. It's normal timing, December 31st, 2018. Okay. Seems like a long time and yet not. Honestly, it doesn't feel real to me yet. Fool. Oh, there you are, fool. I think about you're a pretty strange creature too. Until on Nature came, you only showed yourself around MASH. What made you change your mind? Thought you were a kind of creature who fits on humans, yet has no interest in them, just like Merlin. Foo. Yeah, I can't really understand what you're saying. You may have been able to understand you back then. Yeah, probably did. Well, I have a hunch about what you're saying. You're saying, are you okay with this? Maggie Murray got mad over me over the internet too. She told me not to keep secrets anymore. But well, to be honest, I don't feel guilty. Can't explain my reasons. Besides, it still hasn't sunk in for me. Why did I come here to Chaldea? What was I doing before I did? It's all stuff I absolutely can't explain, not even a little. I told them I came here to protect humanity just because I felt like it. It would be pretty lame, right? Oh, but I can explain how I came here to run the medical division at such a young age. Because I studied like any other person, of course. Competence is what got me this job. Come. To think of it, I spent the last decade doing nothing but studying, researching and investigating. That's kinda boring, eh? One day I had a feeling that humanity was going to end. It was one of those bad dreams people get sometimes. Oh, so you knew. Eventually I was forced to realize that this feeling of mine was true. I had no way of denying it. I had no strength to make sure either. The only clue I had was that it would begin at Chaldea. I was filled with a sense of terror and I was compelled to do something. So I've done everything I possibly could over the past decades, like I was fleeing from this doom. Like I was running away screaming. and I'm about to find out how this will end. I'm scared, but happy at the same time. Once this battle is over, I won't have to worry anymore. I can finally be free to do what I want with my time. Woohoo! Why are you fucking on the data on the demon gods? Oh, I see, you're worried about Omnichan, huh? As for who Solomon really is, well, I suppose I have some idea. Kingo was a good sample case. I thought the Solomon who appeared in London was a fake, but I didn't have any way to prove it. Heroic spirits have many aspects. That's why a single heroic spirit can manifest as a saber or a lancer, for instance. So even if Solomon was incinerated, who incinerated humanity was a variation on the one of the legends. He still is Solomon, the father of magecraft, and if he is the real Solomon, Chaldea has no way to beat him. There were times when pessimism won out, and I thought that this grand order would end with humanity's defeat. But now I don't feel that way. If I'm right, that Solomon has one weak point. Yes, just one. If he's the real Solomon, and at the same time someone who is falsely claiming to be the king of mages, there is a void that Solomon can never reach, and it scares me. What scares me isn't whether I can take advantage of that opportunity, it's what I'm going to be thinking when I reach that void. Oh. Foo. Okay. I had a dream, a scene of a peaceful town, and one I'd seen before. Hey Mash, good to see you. You're doing well again today. I'm sure things will be quiet tomorrow too. Hey Light, what are you doing with that shield? The city is the same as ever. There's no danger around. That's right. We finally live in a utopia with no war, starvation, prejudice, or discrimination. What? Her eyes. Anything, but because we've been released from death. We've been released from the sorrows of life. We're happier now than we ever thought possible. Life has no end. The world has no end. Tomorrow will never be worse than today. This is the bliss of eternity. Oh, from different ages and timelines, they're here in one go. In Fate Go. No, I don't understand the happiness they speak of. Someone King of Mages, image you show me only frightens me. Why does it frighten you? These people have been released from finite lives, from the terror of death, from all their worries. What you see is a realistically blessed world for humans taking form. Why would that frighten you, Mash? A promise tomorrow and today that lasts forever. A life you needn't fear ending. That should be your salvation, Mash. I thought you, of all people, would understand how wonderful it is simply to live. No, I'm sorry. I don't understand you. I don't know why you show yourself to me, but I can see that you are concerned about me. Which is why it pains me to deny you, but I must correct you when you are in the wrong. Very well, tell me, Mash. I'm interested in the conclusion you've reached. You mourn the end of life and speak of the beauty of eternity, but I'm sorry. I don't understand the sorrow. I don't understand what's so great about eternity. Death is the end that comes to all living things. It's a natural part of life. You say there's no sadness because there's no death, but I don't think eternal life is happiness. Why? People of this town are happy. Eternity is the happiness that humanity yearns for. No, that's a lie. Their smiles are wrong. Their smiles are wrong? Are you saying that the state of satisfaction, of freedom from all worries, is a lie? Yes, smiling is what gets you through sadness. Humans continue to be smiling because they know their time is limited. That's why we smile. Okay. Oops. But the smiles in this land and this world are different. They're just smiling because they're not afraid. Those are not smiles, they're just muscle memory. Oh. The joys of life belong to those who live in the moment. Summon, King of Mages. That is my answer to the question you once posed me. I don't think anyone lives because they're scared of dying. We live because we simply want to live. We do our best to get through the day because we can't wait for tomorrow. Our journey is not about trying to avoid the endpoint of our lives we call death, but rather to pass through it. So please, do not take away our desire to live. I see. So that was the question the other me asked of you, Why do you fight? Why knowing your life will someday end, knowing it's ended already? Why do you cling to life? Why, when you realize there's nothing in your future you can say? What you've just told me, that is your answer? A shame, truly a shame. Only those directly involved could be satisfied by such an answer. Okay. The demon god Florus spoke of you, of how a short-lived creature created by man lived her life. I paid particular attention to you as a sample case. No more, I no longer care. I'm through with you. There is no path to a longer life for you. I have rejected eternity. You have rejected eternity. And so, you shall die. I'm sorry. So die, like the trash you are, and take all of Caldia with you. Die, as one who clung to life, as a brave warrior who overcame many trials and perils. Why? Because that was what everyone was foolish enough to see you as. Okay. I'm sorry, it's a very early morning. It's sad, really. In the end, you are nothing more than another powerless ordinary human. Okay. Well, now we see a bit of the backstory between them. Okay, it's time. It's time for the final battle, guys. This time I'm awake. Hey, good morning on your channel. It's Da Vinci here. With your wake-up call, I figured you'd be getting up from your nap about now. Oh, no need for any formal greetings. This call is basically just me talking to myself. The command room is ready. Now it's up to you and Mesh to begin the last order. But first, I have a request. No, it's less a request and more a bit of advice. Okay, tell me. I reviewed Mesh's medical exams during the brief rest. I'll be blunt, her body is at its limits, both in terms of her life and combat ability. She doesn't have long to live, and I can only participate in one more major operation. Oof. I figured you needed to know, and Romani forced me to pass on the bad news. So anyway, Romani believed that it would be best not to tell her, but I disagree. For one thing, I think Mesh knows actually, to be honest. She's smart enough. She's smart enough, I mean. I see, coming from you, who's been with her the most, I'm not inclined to argue. As from me then, I know this all comes moments before the battle to determine humanity's future, but that's that and this is this. You've only got a brief moment before you head to the command room, Spend it in a way you won't regret. I'm gonna talk with Mash. I need to talk to her. See you in the command room. Ciao! Yes, you Italian woman guy. That look like a painting. Good morning, senpai. Did you just wake up too? I just took a nap and finished a physical checkup. If you're going to the command room, let me accompany you. Or would you like to go to the cafeteria and get a sandwich for some quick nourishment? Senpai? Why can I not bring it up? It doesn't matter, I guess. Just say it. I think it's natural to feel pressured. I'm feeling overwhelmed. My heart is racing. But I'm not worried. It's always been like this to me. This way for me. From Fuyuki to ancient Mesopotamia, I was never confident I would be able to complete the mission. On the other hand, senpai, even though you were more baffled than I was, you always managed to lead the way. So no matter how much pressure I'm under, even if humanity's survival is at stake. As long as senpai is my master, I will never feel worried. Nice. One-chan, you are the best master Caldia has, and I'm very proud of you to call you my One-chan. That's what Mash thinks. Mash. Or should I say Mash? Foo-foo! In my deep voice. Good morning, Fu. Have you come to bring us to the command room? Foo-foo! Fu is staring right at me. Fu? Foo-foo? Fu? I see. Mesh, you should stay in Caldia. Thank you, but that's impossible. Ever since you took my hand as the command room... What? As the command room? As the command room was collapsing around us, I have exclusively been your servant. Okay. Exclusively been mine, eh? Not the other versions of me that other people play. It's only me, you know. If we're going to fight, I want to fight too. Even if it shortens the small amount of time I have left. So you know. I knew it. Thanks, Fu. Yes, and there's no reason for any extra concern. It is true that, unlike others, I was born and raised in a special environment. But I don't feel sad about my life so far. I know the doctor was worried about me, but I don't regret my life. Nothing sad has ever happened in it. If there's anything to be sad about, it would be that I won't be able to see what comes next. My life has been very happy. Everyone was very good to me. Even if I only have a few more months left to live, I want to be proud of what I do with them. But that's... It's not awful, it's just that. Not at all, my life has been more than worth it. It's true. You went everywhere, basically. I'm jealous. I mean, I never thought I'd set foot outside Caldia. That never seemed possible for me. In 1 year you went everywhere. But you saved me. Thanks to you, I was able to see the outside world, to see what color the sky was. My journey in this past year has been a treasure to me. One I wouldn't give up for anything. So I'm going on the final mission. Someone said that my life has no value. Human history is meaningless. But that's wrong, and I will deny it with everything I have. Even if someone's life is going to be lost and forgotten. I've learned on my journey that the lives of every human in history are what builds the present we live in now. It's true that I have no experience with life sorrows. I don't understand the pain the King of Mages speaks of. But I know the joys of life, Senpai. Dr. Roman and everyone at Chaldean. And all the worlds we've traveled through have taught me. So please, let me accompany you until the end, Master. To prevent the incineration of humanity, to show the value of human life, and to retake our future. Thank you, Mash. Let's go! Right. Mash Kirillite will support you with everything I have. Now she's amazing, eh? She's first class servant now, eh? Foo-foo! Just because of the scenes and stuff. At the end. Right on time. Good morning, One-chan Mash. Your physical and mental states both appear stable. The two of you are in top condition. No, your mental state is a bit elevated compared to usual. Did something good happen, Mash? I still need to level you up to level 80. I forgot about you. Sorry, Mash. Yes, I was lucky enough to run into Senpai in the hallway again today. Tactless doctor, aren't you? Eh? No, not really. I was just taking your vitals. I'm your doctor after all, and I have to be precise, so... Wait, what do you mean by tactless? Did you literally bump into each other or something? Did sparks fly? Oh, right, here I am, making my usual small talk. We're at the final stage. We need to stay focused and talk seriously. Master One-chan, Mash Kirillite. We finally identified the location of the Mages King's base, which we knew to exist outside the normal temporal axis. Chaldean will now make contact with the Singularity. The entire facility will enter enemy territory. We will reshift into the enemy Singularity, but will also be physically connected to them. This will be different from other expeditions. Moving between Chaldean and the Singularity can only be done at the contact points. In other words, this is a surprise landing operation. Crazy, like Normandy. Just like always. Yes, thanks for that lively response. Military regulations and dignity are no concern of mine. Well, I kind of saw that coming. Fine. I'm going to give up on being serious. Da Vinci, can you give us the briefing? Sure, leave it to me. Now, just as like I said, this is a landing operation that sets it apart from all the other orders so far. There's no need to look for a holy grail. The mission itself is simple, but you've got 3 things to do. Okay. First, besiege the enemy temple. Second, defeat the King of Mages. And third, return from enemy territory alive. Okay. Defeat the King of Mages. ... And then return alive? Yes. Thanks to Shiba's analysis, we know the basic layout of the enemy territory. This Singularity is its own little world. It's a conceptual universe. Okay. If Chaldeas is a miniature model of Earth, then the enemy territory is a miniature model of the universe. Yeah, thank you, Nazo. Make it even more complicated. Well, it's a universe with no other celestial bodies. On a human scale, it would be about the size of a single cell. What? It's so small? That's the reason why it's so difficult to find. It's interesting that there is only a single life form in this universe, but we can ignore that for now. There's an incalculable amount of magical energy swirling around the center of the Singularity. That's definitely the King of Mages' throne. Okay. The throne will be your target, but the route connecting to it is currently blocked. Okay. is to say, the temple gate is shut, but it's natural to protect one's seat of power. So he's a bitch. He doesn't want to open it. I have to open it for him. He's afraid. So first you're going to destroy all the surrounding areas in the enemy's territory. Ah, that's it. The enemy's territory itself is actually a single massive life form sending energy from the outer edges to the core. Okay. So once the outer edges are destroyed, the gates bearing the way to the throne will shatter. Okay. Destroy the outer areas to cut off the flow of magical energy, so that's why you talked about besieging the temple. That's right, our analysis revealed that there are multiple bases inside enemy territory. If you destroy them or shut them down, the path to the throne should open. Okay. Then you defeat the King of Mages once he is exposed and finally come back to Kelia. You'll have to walk back to... what? Traveling via Rashid can only be done along the contact point, the entrance into the enemy territory. That's why its landing operation is going to be such a chore. Indeed, once the King of Mages is gone, the Singularity will disappear. In other words, I have to be fast, we need to run back as the Singularity collapses. Oh my god. Sure. I'll be very afraid. It was me out there. Yes, that is different than before. We've never had to escape a collapsing battlefield. Yes, normally the only time you have to worry about that is if you're searching ruins. It's like an Indiana Jones movie. You have to run away from the temple that's collapsing. Or something. So destroying the King of Mages is just the start. What's important is coming back. Both of you need to stay focused until the very end and make your way back to the entrance. As soon as we've reached to return you to the coffins, Caldia will return to a normal space. That's when the battle is truly over. Humanity and Caldia will have won. Right, Romani? Of course! That's why you've come all this way. Enter the enemy Singularity and destroy the 7 bases, reach the throne at the heart and defeat Solomon. Afterwards escape the collapsing throne and return to Caldia via the contact point. That's the mission. Any questions? What do you mean the Singularity is a single life form? Oh, actually, you know, there's probably no reason to go into it, but I'll tell you anyway. Do you remember Fyuki's Greta Grill, the magical reactor core that caused the Fyuki Holy Grail War? It was originally made from the dissected body of a certain mage. Oh. Oh? Greatest of geniuses, the greatest of miracles? This mage had her magical circuits removed and used as the basis for the system. This was a special case of turning a small system that is a human body into a real universe. And this Singularity is similar, a small universe made from the magical circuits of a certain mage. A reality marble that can exist outside of the temporal axis for as long as it has magical energy. That is the true nature of Solomon's base. That's why we had to call this the Grand Temple of Time, Reality Marble Solomon. So it's probably the body of Solomon because it's called the Grand Temple Solomon. Whoops. So they're using his body now. What? Dr. Roman? What the hell? I'm confused. How pathetic. Looks like I'm the only one who has yet to be mentally prepared. Creepy? But that's coming to an end right now. That look on your face when it cheered me up. As the acting director of Caldia, I ordered you to enter the coffin. There's only a little time left. If Caldia reaches 2019, everything will be over. We won't be able to restore humanity. His battle began with defeats. Solomon wiped out the entirety of mankind before anyone knew what happened. This is the greatest murder plot in human history. Solomon has been carefully planning this out since his death in 931 before Christ. Holy hell. Please put an end to his absurd scheme. Prove it never as hollow as Solomon simply needs to go up in flames without anyone ever knowing about it. Okay. Of course, leave it to me. Yes, leave to us. Yes, we will return. Good, I'm glad to hear it. Knowing you two, you won't lose to Solomon. Now let's begin the final order. Initiating ray shift program. Beep, beep, boop, boop. The enemy is Solomon, King of Mages. The mission objective are to destroy him and to return alive. Beep, boop, 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 boop. And summon program start. Spiritual conversion start. Ray shift starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All procedures cleared. Final grand order commencing operation. Oh, we are flying in hyperspace. Humanity E. Ah, nothing. Okay. 80, 2018. Oh, Solomon, I guess. And it's burnt away. It's already finished. Damn it. I have to do this. Oh, tentacles. Ooh. Primeval Holy Gates of Ceremonia. Oh, hell. Music. Sector of Beasts. Let's go. I don't know what I'm gonna have to fight. Servants at bomb level 5 and over will receive an attack bonus within the final Singularity. Okay. Okay, that's something I don't even remember even. Holy hell. Okay, that's cool. Most trusted servants. Oh, that's fun. Let's just go with you. I don't know which one is my trusted servant, but it should be fine. Also was farming for like the event. I got Shizuki. Let's go with Shizuki. I got him. He's like a one-shot dude. I still haven't had MP1. I have to do more stuff. It's still kinda nice. It is like 80,000 with only MP1. I was like, what the hell? that's a big error. Let's have some fun. Why don't we? Oh. Not. I can't bear to see this endless song. I can't bear to hear the ceaseless screaming. Our clairvoyance reveals all the horrible truths of past and future. As king cannot turn a blind eye. We simply lack the ability to turn a deaf ear. How ugly. Ugly, 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 ugly. We are forced to witness all the horrors of this world. The revolting and the hideous are forced onto us, burned into our memory. The only sensible thing to do is rectify this repulsive state of being. But how? Even if we were to eradicate their filth, humans would simply create more filth. Sure. The very premise is wrong. As long as life exists, nothing. We can fix nothing. Okay. It must be redone. That is the only option. Everything must be redone and perfected right from the beginning. What must be erased is not merely history, nor the ecosystem, nor continents, nor time itself. We must begin from true nothingness. Our plan was to recreate this planet from its beginning. In order to do so, considerable resources are required. We need a truly massive amount of fuel. And that's why you burn everything, I guess. For example, the massive amount of energy generated by incinerating all life on this planet. Yeah, okay, sure. But a one-time harvest will not be enough. What? We will need to draw from the past, the present and the future of the whole world. Okay. 1 second, 1 minute, 1 hour, 1 day, 1 month, 1 year. Energy generated in each of these time spans will be harvested going backwards in time. Okay. That should work. 3000 years worth of the planet's most potent energy. Once it is collected, bound and controlled, our task can be accomplished. Our kindred, the portents we scattered across the lands. We write here of our indignation. We shall leave a path for our kin who follow behind us. Build up a temple, pile up the bands of light. We need every existing resource to destroy humanity. We need every second of eternity to forget humanity. Seek the way to the Singularity. There you shall find us, on the throne of the King of Mages. Onechan, Mash, wake up. Are you guys alright? Yes, Doctor. Reshift successful. But you encountered strange interference we've never experienced before during the reshift. That image was... it was the same image I saw in Uruk. Good. Senpai is alright too. Now about the situation here. Alright, I'm monitoring you guys. We've definitely arrived at Temple of Time. And these are the same readings I measured 1,000,000 times in Mesopotamia. 1,000,000 times. A spirit origin that doesn't fall under any of the classes the piece of calamity known as one of the evils of humanity. The reading I'm getting throughout that entire space is Beast class. What? You've got that right, no. You've got that right. Looks like you've wisened up a bit, Caldia. The fact that you were lucky enough to make it past the 7th Singularity is an accomplishment worth of praise for me. You are... Lefliner! Should I say hi? It's been a while. But there's really no need for greetings, or for us to catch up. I know how your battles with the other demon god pillars went. I'm impressed to see an inexperienced master like yourself has made it this far. It may surprise you to know that I am very well acquainted with the subtleties of human nature. That is why I can admire Onechan's effort. Honestly, your persistent survival is hideous. It makes me sick. Why can't you just lie down and die? It's so simple, anyone should be able to manage it. Professor Lev, I will not ask why you are alive. But there is one thing I do want to know. When you approached Director Olga Marie, was your intent to destroy Caldia and humanity even then? From the very beginning? That is such a mash question. But there must be something else you'd like to ask, no? He must have been on humanity's side, at least in the beginning. Surely, Lefliner was originally an honest man. He must have been seduced by the King of Mages at some point. Isn't that it? You were working for Caldia even before I joined. The foundation of humanity could not be restored solely with Caldias. It was Shiban, which you developed, that allowed us to get this far. It's hard to believe that you had been working for Solomon from the beginning. Yeah, it's hard to believe you were able to deceive me for 4 years, When did you become a demon god pillar? Oh my! What a pleasant surprise, Romane Arkaman. And you too, Madame Da Vinci. What familiar faces. I never expected to chat with you guys again. You're all concerned for my reputation, rather human rights. You seem to be so preoccupied. Things like that. But that is unnecessary. So you want to know when I started serving the King of Mages? Beginning 3000 years ago, of course. From the moment the plan was set in motion, we were already in place throughout the world. We'll just descend to birth a demon god pillar in 100 years, in 500 years. Or even 1,000 years later. It just happened to be one designated for 2018 AD. You're like seeds planted in the ground. An original order handed down through generations of mages, a certain way of being, and that must be protected absolutely. A grand order is a rule that the King of Mages created for this very moment. While human mages established their own principles and theories passed down to their descendants, we, whose power was born from the King of Mages, survived through the generations until the designated time. We etched a curse into our genes to host a demon god pillar and continued our lineage until our appointed era arrived. Weird. And in 2017, the point where I awakened at the last designated demon god pillar, your history came to an end. All necessary resources had been collected, but you Callians insisted on surviving. Why? What made you do that? Did I miscalculate somewhere? No, that's not it. It must be because an imposter managed to slip past my watchful gaze. Am I right, Romani Arkaman? Seems I underestimated you. Or maybe you were playing the fool in front of me, so things would turn out the way they have? If so, that's really a shame. I thought we were friends. Medicine, sorcery, we may not have walked the same path. But at least I showed respect for your good nature and the vain efforts you were making. Of course not. There you have, you could have detected Hermione's nature. After all, he didn't trust anyone around him until I was summoned to Caldia. What? Hermione may be an ordinary person, but on certain matters, he demonstrated more patience than any genius could. I don't know the reason, I don't even know who the enemies are. There's no guarantee that it's even going to happen. He threw his entire life away, believing in the crisis of mankind he only saw in a dream. He continued to wait, believing that something that couldn't possibly happen would in fact occur. He couldn't let his enemies know that he'd noticed, so he couldn't tell his allies either. And since he didn't know how to prepare for that moment, all he could do was study everything he could possibly. That's how Romani Arkaman spent more than a decade in a hell of its own creation, where he could not rest even for a moment. Such a man would never show his true nature, even to a friend. This fool even kept telling himself that he was worthless trash or scum or something like that. What the hell? Well, you think so? I don't think that's self-degrading. Of course I kept an eye on his suspicious behavior. That's why I made a move to kill him with the command room explosion, but even that failed because that master intervened. What? Is it true, senpai? You saved the doctor's life? Yes I did. That was such a long time ago. Well, whatever. Our king is tied up right now. The final calculations will be done in a few hours. Normally, I would ignore you all. But this is a good opportunity. I'll tidy off my own loose ends right here. You have absolutely no chance of making it to the throne, and I will prove that right now. Hear me. My name is Demon God Florus, one of the 72 demon gods, the one who governs information. I was caught by surprise last time, but I'm full of energy today. I enjoy seeing how much you've bettered yourselves. Luffelnur has transformed into Demon God Pillar. Master, your orders, please. Dealing with a Demon God Pillar or two is no big deal now. It's too easy. Yes, here I go, Master. Yes, indeed. You go. In the back row. Not even in the back row, in the comfortable seats. In the back row. Just enjoy the show, Bash. 550. You know what? Maybe a Demon God Pillar or two is too much for me. Yeah. Good saying, Mr. Not yet, I guess. And then I think I'll leave at that for now. Maybe Sojiro? And I can kill him immediately. Oops, what I pick?
ところで、なんでこんなことできるんだ？
人の世に財宝はつきまじんか。これは。
$47,000, that's it. Ah, because it was the event. The event doubles your damage output. So now he's weak. Alright. He's such a sexy man. At least he's almost halfway there in one turn. So now and then this one is
宝具展開
これは
お呼びですか
already.
最果ての行いあなたへ
I'm
あ
old.
なたを信
Sorry,
じ
I'm sorry.
あなたを見上げて今も私は走っています胸に宿る星の鼓動ホープビル・キャメロットそこですね
Oh, that's happening.
快勝だ。素晴らしい。
Subarashi.
神父たるもの。やはり体を動かさなくては。日々鍛錬だよ、マスター。
Yes, yes, Master says yes. Yes, Kyrie. Of course. You're very Kyrie, Des. I love you. Very clean and beautiful you are. It's pointless over... It's pointless. Everything you do is pointless. Or something. It can be. The Demon God Pillar has reappeared. It was restored or healed. It. An entirely new Flores has been born. When will this end? What was that? What was that impact just now? Something hit us from the outside. The second reactive theory unit has sustained over 60% damage. What was that again? You've lost the northern observation room. Detecting excessive pressure in observatory dome. Okay. T-minus 5 minutes until collapse. If the dome is destroyed, we won't be able to hold the command room. Oh. Kelly will enter foam state and will be swallowed up by the Temple of Time. Oh. Pseudo Spiritron computing efficiency have fallen out of the qualia zone. We're losing reactive theory strength. Cut off all power to external facilities. Reroute everything to Caldias and reactive theory units. We need to maintain the command room's functions. Leonardo, what about the resources you have saved up in your workshop? I've transferred them to the Spiriton calculation supercomputer. My secret stash should cover it. What? Porn magazines? But this will all be futile, Romani. The attackers are demon god pillars. That's the secret stash. 6, 7, 8 demon god pillars have wrapped themselves around Caldia. I could fight directly, but I'd be able to take out maybe one at best. And that won't solve the problem at hand. We'll need to destroy the Singularity before Caldia gets smashed to smithereens. That's impossible. Impossible, you hear. I am immortal. We are inexhaustible. This entire space is us. Come, my kindreds, show yourselves. And then the 72 other ones, I guess. More demon god pillars, so these are. Yes, we are the 72 demon gods, and they are us. You kill me, but what of it? There will always be 72 demon god pillars, no matter what you do to us. My voice is dying. As long as the throne exists upon this land, our number will never decrease. You want to kill me? You have to eradicate all 72 there. But what chance do you have of that? The entire enemy. There's nothing on earth that can stand against us. You have caught us. You've merely thrown yourselves into your own graves. Ah, you're like moths to a flame. I'll comment your enthusiasm. We're not getting any interception from Caldia Master. What should we do? No way. I've underestimated you. I see you still have the guts to meet your enemy's gaze. But that's enough. Understand you don't know when to give up. That might be a fort up until yesterday. Yes, the last master, the last human, One-Chan. We have utmost respect for you. You're supremely entertaining. And then my voice changed. Laugh at your resistance. I'm sorry, I cannot do this. For the first singularity, you laugh at your zeal. In the second singularity, you laugh at your adventure. In the third singularity, you laugh at your request. For the fourth singularity, you laugh at your revenge during the fifth singularity. You laugh at your survival at the sixth singularity. And the seventh singularity, well, it wasn't very pleasant. It was a poor show. Not the least bit entertaining. Let's just forget that entirely. In any case, your fight has been truly amusing. And that fact, that is what utterly pointless makes it even better, I guess. You fought all the way here, and it was pointless. You fought up until now. Even still your end will be utterly pathetic. It has been a spectacular show. Thank you and goodbye. Caldia will meet its end here and now. Oh, oh. Senpai! Ah no, Senpai! Mash! Oh no! Whatever will happen. ... Maybe it was pointless after all. No, calling it pointless is ludicrous. Isn't it a bit too early for you to be giving up? Oh! Oh! Nasu does his job. This battle was a long journey that took you back through human history. However, you never once fell to despair. That's because you had so many encounters on that journey. Even if this entire planet became the battleground for the Holy Grail War. Even if everything on this land had turned into eternal, ruinous grounds. Even if countless powerful enemies stood in your way at the end of your journey. You never gave up, you looked forward, knowing our fate has not yet been decided. It is no different now. Let the battle begin, Master. Was this meant to be a story about us taking our future together? Yes, that's it. Taking our future together. Sorry. I'm doing my best here. Gah, what is going on? Why isn't Onechan gone? Why does Caldia still exist? Why? Why are our bodies crumbling? All 8 demon god pillars have been destroyed. We did it! Way to go, Da Vinci. You're amazing. What trick did you have come up your sleeve with this time? You should have let us know you had such powerful secret weapons. No, that wasn't me. That was? Yes, that was. Primates have flourished for thousands of years. The Age of Gods has ended, and through time mankind has become the most prosperous beings on Earth. And so we shape the future of this planet and inscribe its history on the surface. For that we nurtured knowledge, produced many resources, and saw countless lives reincarnated. What? It is a map to prolong mankind's survival and to ensure its everlasting prosperity. In the world of Magecraft, this is called humanity. Those as Caldia have been charged to protect it. Is this a dream? Are my senses broken? There are summoning spells being activated all over the Singularity. There's no catalyst, no summoners. There's no materialization. They're materializing. It's too early. Autonomously, following the thin threads of fate that intertwined when you cross them. 10, 20, 30 spirit origin signatures and still increasing. Onechan disease. I know that banner. Eastern Thermal Nerve System offline. Number of enemies servants rising. Western automatic nervous damage. 24 enemy servants confirmed. Inconsequential, no matter how many of them there are. They're just extensions of man. They're not a colony like us and must live separately and fight individually. Destroy them, eliminate them, and remove them. Mere servants are too much for us. I cannot see anything that would be capable of destroying the 72 demon god. Eastern Terminal Nerve System destroyed. Demon gods 1 through 8 cannot maintain nominal values. after unloading nerves destroyed, demon gods 26 to 33 cannot maintain normal values. Left and right base, throw kick, cages damage, the command, retreating from the space. What's going on? Why are we being overpowered? How are humans who reject mutual understanding fighting together like this? Because they finally mutually understand each other. After so much pain and such a long drag of the story, finally. Yes, it's true that we are life forms who are obsessed with self-interest. And it's no different as a heroic spirit. In fact, it is because we are heroic spirits that we cannot abandon our convictions. But there is one human who believes in us. A human who still believes that we are heroes, even after meeting so many heroic spirits and witnessing so many battles. What heroic spirit could ignore that call? Oh Lord, I shall raise my flag once again, for the salvation of a nation, nay, for the salvation of this world. It is I, Male John Dark. Hear me, heroic spirits, mighty warriors who have gathered here. Though we may be rivals, or from completely different eras, we must stand together now. Not to prevent the incineration of humanity, but to open up a path for our contractor. My true name is John Dark. In the name of the Lord, I shall become your shield. Please don't you suck. I mean, you used to suck. Now you're good. So many. Those are those shooting stars racing across the sky. Yeah, they're servants. This is amazing. Just keep them coming. And I have no idea why either. Maybe they were able to get in because the Singularity exists outside of time. No, it doesn't matter. Among the heroic spirits you met on your journey, the heroic spirits who fought alongside you, I'm sure there are some who had planned only to lend their power for a short while. And yet, they've all come to help you out. This is a sight so rare, you could live 1,000 lifetimes and never see it again. The servants attack are pinning the demon gods in place. Every single one of the 72 demon gods has been engaged. We can eliminate them right now. Open a path to the center, One-chan. We only have little time left. Let's go. I'm glad. Wow, that takes like half an hour every single time. Jesus, my throat is hurting. But it's fine, let's go, let's continue. Naberius, the melting furnace, okay. Sure, you. Let's go with Ishtar, normal Ishtar. Let's not take you out. Huh? And then take you. Yes. Oh, it's too much for me to handle. I am a noob. I'm at the final boss fight, but I'm still a noob. I cannot hold more. I'm too weak. I'm the last surviving master. I suck. Activate the 9 pillars that govern the melting furnace. Zepar, Potis, Buffin, Salos, Person, Marax, Impulse, I'm. We 9 pillars, no sound. We 9 pillars, we song. In the name of the 72 demon gods, our luminous door shall never be extinguished. I convert the presence of 9 enemy pillars, blah blah blah. No. Yeah, this might be too much for us. Really? Do not say such things. Demon gods of this sort should be a cakewalk for you by now. Indeed. Like a slice of cake. This is the first time I'm seeing them up close, and I am astonished that you battled such monsters. I must express my incredible respect for your prowess and bravery. I'm sure you're all capable of overcoming this trial on your own, but allow me to assist you anyways. Jan, Siegfried. We shall hold this sector. Onechan of Chaldea, we await your command. The demon gods are nothing compared to that horrible witch. We are the alliance of dragon slayers, and we shall repay for your hard work in audience, because we remember somehow. Yes, Jan, you are right. And vive la France, Onechan! I guess. What's up, my homies, again? Come now, Amadeus, and send some pure respects to the homies. What? No, I am too ashamed to show myself. I'm happier just helping behind the scenes. I'm a tsundere baka. Oh, you're so uptight. It's too late to be fretting over appearances now. What's done is done. There's no point brooding over an unpopular concert. Don't you know that the memories of the masses are malleable? If you give a spectacular performance now, your past mistakes will be forgiven. Mostly. It baffles me that a man of your age doesn't know that. That's so true, especially on like some people. It is amazing that someone as sensitive as you could tolerate a moniker like Monsieur de Paris. I mean, a man of Paris? How mortifying. I would have skipped town before the day was through. You're just an irresponsible good for nothing. The lowest kind of scum, ready to flee as soon as something displeases him. In that case, show me your so-called responsibility. You caused quite a bit of trouble for a nation in France. Being a mere stagehand is not enough. Step out onto the center stage and work 10 times as hard as penance. Besides, this is a battle to save people. Surely that's 1,000 times better than standing on an execution stage. You insolent wretch, that you always have the final word. Please, Amadeus, Sanson. Greetings, Fräulein. We meet once again, and is Fräulein really French? I don't remember. Do you remember my one tidbit of advice? It sounds German to me. But I suppose that is irrelevant at the moment. We don't have time for chat just now. Are you ready? We shall exterminate the demon gods together. Truth be told, I actually have a bit of a connection to these things. Really? Fortunately, I had not the slightest interest in aligning with the 72 demon gods in any way. I had long since sold my soul to music. Someone must have become Amdusias instead of me? Amdusias? Or perhaps? What is Amadeus? Why such a gentle, tender look? It's nothing, I was merely recalling a past miracle. Well, Nechan, let us sound the drums of war. This is shaping up to be quite a battle, but we have plenty of help this time. Let us finish off this prelude, so that we may hurry on to our next venue. Alrighty. Cool. Yes, time to play. Yes, you. Or just divine? Just creature divine? Ranked as divine?
よかろう。待ちわびていました。そこですね。
And even 69, 90. The 9 doesn't exist there. For 2069, perfect.
さあ、気力しなさい。
Let's do 3 ults in a row.
ぜひもなし。
Zehimonash.
私の本気見たいんだ。
Yes, mitain desu ka.
新域の技を
I guess.
ここに。
I'm not sure if I want to see that.
三千世界に屍を晒すがよい。天魔降臨。これが魔王の三段打ちじゃ。
That's cool. 6-1. Okay.
飛ぶわよ、マータ。ゲートオープン。光栄に思いなさい。これが私の全力先生。
I like Arashika's old animation.
最果ての幼いあなたへ。あなたを信じて、あなたを投げて。今の私は走っています。胸に宿る星の鼓動。ホープビル・カメロット。
Oh, okay.
わしこそが第六天魔王織田信長じゃ。
Yeah, you did it, Oda Nobunaga, yes. It was only you. You did your best. What the fuck happened? No. Was it supposed to happen? Am I too overpowered? I'm still free to play though. Still got nothing. Only her. That's all I need, I guess. Only her. In her splendid tutu. Oh! But why 7, 6 and 5 skills? Ah, here, that's much better. That's why you're my friend. Yeah, I have to do it again? The same guy? Why? That's so lame. To do it again. Melting furnace. Yes. A melting furnace.
戦闘だがその前に可愛い女の子とご縁がありますように。
Oh my god.
行くぞ。
Where are the cute ladies? Oh my god. What a dude. What is Could I? Or could I not be right now? Maybe I could. But it will be only 100k, I think. If the crit hits, I don't know if I get a certain hit. So let's just... Ah, even the 20% crit. Now it will be a little bit slower, I guess. But I have to do it again for some freaking reason. Why? To extend the time of the game. Okay. Now it's better. 80%. Not a full 100%, but you know, that's how I feel. Fine.
三千世界に屍を晒すがよい。天魔降臨。これが魔王の三段打ちじゃ。
24,000 now because of the defense up.
最果ての幼いあなたへ。あなたを信じて、あなたを投げて。今も私は走っています。胸に宿る星の鼓動。ホープビル・カメロット。
Ah, so little defense. Oh! Oh!
政権係ではありません。よかろう。
ゲほほいほい。
I have to do more of these. Does the boss know
我が
he's
少
bullying
年
me?
月女神に恋願う。肉体に合力を、精神に冷徹を。アルテミス・アグネス。それだ。
Oh, I'm dead.
残念ですがここまでです。マスター。
Oh,
次は倒す。
yeah. You can leave. Time for the beast to come out. Not yet. That's sucky.
早炊きですよ、カルウェナ。
But it is fine. I am
熱を帯びな
sucky.
さい。マルミアドワーズ。
Mademia the Wazoo.
あいよっと。
望みを声にせよ。
ほいほい。
Whatever that means.
それだ。
Not even a crit. Not even a crit. Not even a... Ah, okay. Third time's the charm.
先に進みましょう。宴会は大勝利の後に取っておきます。
Yes. Whatever she said. Even more Naberius. Yay. Let's just go with this one again. Maybe. And then maybe switch out and then I'll do big damage. I think that's the best play. Because I don't want to, you know, do this every single time. It takes too long. Melting furnace. Again. Immediately. Naberius. Isn't it the same? Or is it...
ご心配なく、
it's
どんな
different?
時でも政権を作れますので。
I don't know.
わしに任せよ。皆殺しじゃ。わしに任せよ。王冠を力。高くついたわね。
And that's one I guess. Yeah.
手慰めですね。であるか。よかろう。であるか。司令。
Not
さらばだ。
Why?
深みがない。
Not good. I guess, but it's good. Good enough.
さあ、起立しなさい。
Good enough.
光の鋭
This one for kill.
ぜひもなし。いいわ。金星まで連れて行ってあげる。今一度救済の技を。三千世界に屍を晒すがよい。天魔合輪。
Italy.
これが魔王の三段打ちじゃ。
I think. 56. That's it. 56.
ゲートオープン。
Wow.
よしよし。今回もよろしくね。大いなる天から大いなる地に向けて。またの名をジュベルハブリンブレイカー。
I'm real brave.
留学昇格兵装装填ラウンドランス並列抜病祈りの槍救済の剣ここに罪を流す光となれホープウィル・キャメロット。
ホープウィル・キャメロット。
伝説が足りぬようだな。
楽しめましたか？それはよかった。私もとても有意義でした。
Let's do the final one. Ah, no, it's your story then. Ah. Okay. This cannot be. I was unaware of any predicted future matching this. What was the command? Thermal in the way. Impossible, impossible, impossible. This intrusion was not from my incompetence. For the 9 of us to be overpowered by a ragtag group of heroic spirits, there must be some flaw in our design. Oh dear, turning a blind eye to one's immaturity is unsightly. It has nothing to do with the command terminal, or whatever that is. Kyohime will go to the ends of the earth and the universe. If it is for my dear master, such a deed is only proper to demonstrate a pure maiden's love. And insanity. Yes, truly unsightly. Blaming your superiors for your own inadequacy. You need to rebuild yourself from the ground up. First of all, having 71 backup dancers looking like you is unthinkable. That's so out of touch. When you're out front on center stage, you can't whine more like our master over there. You're out of your mind for trying to take on my dearlet. You're still wet behind the ears. It would be easier if they had no heart. They say they had no heart to begin with. So I am slightly surprised and oddly touched. Even Elizabeth, the dragon girl, an evil anti-hero, has the conscience to try to reform herself. Now where's my camera so I can take pictures of young girls in bikinis, like I do at summer? Hehe, dragons can be complicated creatures, Georgios. Also, isn't it about time you get the idea that all dragons are evil out of your head? Evil or not, a wholehearted conversation will lead to mutual understanding. I see, so that's the persistence that I lacked. Even that wicked dragon Fafnir couldn't give up his lust for treasure. We might have been able to come to an understanding. Yeah. You had been as kind as you, my lady. I wonder if things would have ended. No, the answer is no. You should cultivate a better sense of judgment of character. Oh, pardon me. That slipped out even though we are in the middle of battle. But I was compelled to interject. Perhaps Sir Siegfried should give himself a bit more credit for his achievements. I'd never suggest taking a page from that degenerate musician's book, but at least try to have sentence objectively. Hold it, if you're going to criticize me, please do it when I'm out of earshot, Leon. As you can see, my heart is fragile, like Venetian glass. That's it, I'm tired and I want to go home. Don't mind him, Leon. Amadeus just wants to make excuses for his own debauchery. He's a brute who doesn't care whether his reputation is good or bad. He's just a deviant who only gets excited by music superior to his own. Damn, so harsh, but so true! I can't possibly disagree. That's aside, Sanson's smirk is completely repulsive. I'm not smirking, that was out of pity. So how about more fighting and less lip flapping, you fat fop? You brute fop, fopperty fop. His stakes obscured 20,000 soldiers, but who knew the time would come when I would run out? It's natural for maggots to breed in rotten meat, but aren't there a few too many here? Of all people, I never thought I would hear Let's complain. Are you enjoying the picturesque carnage? Why not reveal your true nature, Count Dracula? Don't you want to show off your real power of your lands to your master? As malicious as always, vampirist. At least you don't want for diligence. You work hard at the role you have taken on, so vigorously wielding that Iron Maiden of yours. I was a fool to worry about the opinions of others. We stand at the end of humanity, this is no time to fret over reputation. If they want a vampire, then I shall show them the true monster.
Yes. Yeah, I'm a bit of honey. No reason to hide one since. Atonement is one ritual. One of us will dwell in the bottom, yeah. Not knowingly me, but for all singing to praise of your fire hands. No, Christine! Christine! Sing for me, fall from grace for me, and yes, for me. You are holding your flesh, and your his dead soul will take on the filth.
Okay. Ooh. Oh. Sorry, I cannot do that. We seem to be pressuring them, but there's still no end in sight. Even with our elite group, we have yet to make a dent in the enemy's territory. It's hard to defend with just our banner alone. Would you lend us your hand, my John? Of course, there was no enemy force we could not overcome when the two of us fought together. Let us advance, Jill. Let us show our combined power here and now. Luminosité éternelle. Saint War Order. Approach. Scattering of terminal. Scattering of terminal components confirmed. Breaking away from the throne. Focusing on self-recovery. Depart, Potis, Batim, Salos, Resurrect. Person, Marax, Epos, Aim, Resurrect. Looting Furnace, Aberius, Rebooting, Expelling enemy servants. No matter how many we defeat, the numbers are decreasing. Yay. Looks that way, as long as we don't destroy their roots, these creatures won't die. But they can make them weaker. As long as they are continuously defeated, of course, to regenerate, the demon gods can do nothing. Yes, you're right, John. The supply of magical energy from the sector to the center of the throne has stopped. It means that at least the iron pillars can't return to the center of the throne. Well then, there's only one thing for us to do. If the demon gods regenerate infinitely, we will continue to suppress them as long as our strength holds. To create a path to the throne, members of Galdia, please go before us. May the Lord bless and protect you on our path. Of course, you can count on us. Right, thank you, John. Alright, that was fun. It was actually fun. But big buts. What's there's more? Oh. But since I don't know when my parents are coming, I have to work today. For some reason, you know, I have to work. Yay. On my day off as well. I'll see you later. I'm sorry, I'm gonna do it in multiple parts. I didn't know it was gonna be this big. That was like an hour or two. If I read it on my phone, it was like an hour or something. It's differently now, It takes more time. But yeah, see you later. I don't know when, but I will be back to stream this part, but only this. So yeah, see you later. Bye bye.